Pretty hard not to be happy with that. We ended up with 11 horses. 11 horses. Two of our clients bought horses, which is 13, and there may be another one coming home with us, 14. But today it was all about the horses we picked. I gave you a list of 12 horses that we were looking at today. All four of them were on the list. All four of them were on the list that we put out. So pretty pumped about that. Stuck to our game plan. Stuck to our price points. These hard lines were quite a bit higher than these horses went for. Willpower Fashion. I refrained from having to tell anybody what I thought he'd bring. Third last horse in the sale, coming from Fashion Farms. They race their own horses. There'd be a little bit of cloud of some questions circling around this horse. But I knew what I saw, and it was a horse I really, really wanted. But as the sale grew closer and closer to the end, I had bought a couple of Pine Creek. Pine Creek, I didn't think we could get her. Even near the end of the sale, after everything that was going on, I still didn't think we could get this filly. And we did. And as the hammer fell and she walked away and we did a video of her, it dawned on me that it was going to put my ability to purchase Willpower Fashion in question. So we went to lunch, had a late lunch, went to lunch, I guess almost supper, and watched the sale on my phone. On my phone. Excuse me. Shockingly, I'm tired. Watched the sale on the phone. We just got back for the horse. I said if they make me take him, I'm going to have to, but I didn't know how it would play out. I almost got him for $5,000. Oh my God. Some guy with a ball cap jumped in at the last second and ran me all the way to 9. I don't know what to say. He was the least expensive horse, and one of the horses in my mind I had to have. So we got him. We got Willpower Fashion for $9,000, last horse out of the sale. First horse of the day we got. I skipped on 560. That really didn't really break my heart. I knew what was taking place. I could see that Charles Norris was bidding against me. He actually waved at me when we were bidding. He didn't actually wave at me. He gave me the finger. But he was gonna stop eventually. But what was it gonna cost me? $38,000 for that horse. It had him in day 2, and we hadn't have bought Johan. We hadn't have bought Sebastian Yu, Rooney Blue Chip. Then yeah, I might have kept going because he was a good looking horse. But I had to walk lightly. I had to be careful, and I decided that 30 was enough because it was 30 that he ended up at, but we weren't stopping at 30. It would have taken me 35, 36 minimum to get that horse, and getting Forged in Fire for 23. I thought we could get him for 20. I was happy to get him for 23. I just thought we might get him for 20. Just everything that was associated with that horse. And we paid 23 for him. So we opened up the sale, not with 560 like I hoped, but with 573 Forged in Fire. Next, for our New York clients out there, you have one chance to redeem yourself. I see some people have bought into Arctic Forest. Now, I had a good client of ours, a guy who's become a friend, came to me and said, listen, I want you to look at a horse. I didn't pick this horse out. I want you to look at a horse. He said, before you say no, look at the horse and take a good look at him, and then if you think we shouldn't have him, then I won't. I said, who's he by? He said, I'm not telling. So right away I knew something was up. Pulled the horse out on the floor. He was a gorgeous horse. I said, so I'm going to say he's a pacer. He said, yeah. Since you like him, I would say he's an American Ideal. He said, very good. So he had an American Ideal pacing colt. He was a good-looking colt, and he had great pedigree. He said, I'd be interested in this colt, and I think he'll bring 50. I said, well, in my experience, we haven't had a lot of luck selling a lot of New York breds this year, so I'm going to have to look around, and we're going to have interest in this horse somewhere in the 40% range for me to jump in, especially, and I said, besides the point, I'm not going to 50. I said, he might be worth 50, and he looks like a very nice horse, but I couldn't give more than 30 or 35 for him, just because I know how difficult it's going to get to be to get people in on this horse. Not for any other reason, just A lot of our clients, a lot of our New York clients have horses, have shares in other horses, and a lot of our other clients don't buy in New York. That may be my fault. It may not be my fault. But if you're out there and you're saying, geez, I wouldn't mind a really good looking pacer, I'm sure I could go through our whole barn and find you some that look like him. It would be tough to find one that looks better than him. Arctic Force is a very, very good looking colt. He is a New York bred. He is an American Ideal, but he is a tremendous looking athlete, and that's what we're after. So as he came in the room, I got a little chill up my spine. I said, please don't go for 30 and push me right to the limit. Or go for 40 or 50 if you want to. He went for 19, and that's not a bad thing. $19,000 for this colt was a lot less than he should have brought. Just a tremendous looking horse, a good looking colt, and a very athletic looking horse. Got a sharp eye on him. He's built like a tank, and he's big. So there's no way that I have any issue with Arctic Force. We've already sold, I don't know, almost 60% of this colt. He really should be sold out, and I'm sure we'll get there in the next 48 hours. But if you're out there saying, I just want a really nice pacer, one that I think is a good-looking colt, might want to take a look at this guy. Arctic Force is our second purchase of the day, an American Ideal colt from Spring Haven. Now, I was very clear. A lot of our clients come out to the sale, and every day we had a group of people with us. We had like a group of 8 or 10 people with us. I guess 8 or 10 people with us every day. And the first day I was there, I pulled I don't know why I do this to myself. I pulled out a Uncle Peter filly. She was nice. She was really, really, really nice filly. Perfectly put together. Well bred. I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm going to look it up for you. Number 737 is who it was. Her name was Pine Creek. Now, Pine Creek had one sister. And a gentleman called me and told me this tonight. Had one sister, Aunt Susanna. She was on front in her qualifier in June. I think June. She was on front by 6 lengths heading into the last turn. Made a break, and they stopped with her for the year. She may have hurt herself. Whatever happened in that qualifier, that was the only line of this year. But she was ready to rock early in the summer. This is the full sister to Pine Creek. You drop down to the second dam. Right there, right smack dab on the top of the list, is the horse that won the International Trot this year. Cruzado del Noche won the International Trot this year, and you got a $200,000 winner in the third dam. Pull her out in the floor. She's huge. Huge. Way bigger than any of the other Uncle Peters we have. Very, very big filly, and perfect. She's put together perfectly. So, Pine Creek, I didn't think we could afford her, but again, it was a horse. Again, I tell you this all the time. I want to watch them go through the ring. I'm not going to make commitments. I'll give you a hard line, but when it comes to these fringe horses, we had a lot of horses we looked at. I sent you guys like 55, 60 videos. Pine Creek, we had a hard line, and probably at that point, that hard line was going to have to shrink for us to get her. It did shrink. It shrunk considerably, and she left the ring at $16,000. We weren't there for anything out of Ohio, and I think my wife just cringed when I put my hand up. But Pine Creek is a good-looking filly. Good is not a fair. Anyway, you're going to see these horses soon enough under video as we start to jog them. But Pine Creek, I would assume by the time you see them, she'll be sold out. She is just a knockout of a filly. On most people's list, a couple of our clients that don't even like Ohio as a jurisdiction for the most part, weren't really involved in Ohio as a jurisdiction last year. I saw their name on her as soon as she was bought. They bought shares of her. So that's what kind of filly this looks like. Just a tremendous filly. And then, of course, our day ended up with... I couldn't be happier to end the day. And I'm saying this because I am done. There's Delaware horses tomorrow. I just don't... They couldn't give it away and not cheap enough. And that's not saying there's anything against the horses. We bought 11 horses. We clients buy 2. Another one might be coming with us. We have potential 14 horses coming back. And we'll find the help. Now it's just a matter of putting together all the funds to buy the horses. Forged in Fire, $23,000 below the low. Close. It's in the same boat as Johan or Joanne, as Johan as far as fair market value. Still below and below our hard line, but Forged in Fire, very happy to pick him up. Arctic Force, surprised and happy to pick him up. Pine Creek was a welcome surprise, and Will Power Fashion is going to send me home with a smile on my face. So those are the 4 we bought today. Running through all of them, we started off the sale with Path of Totality, the beautiful, well-bred Donato Hanover filly. Sebastian Yu, although he wasn't the best-bred horse in the sale, mediocre was his breeding, but as an individual, he was tremendous. We paid $12,000 for him. I gave the horse a very, very high score, both in the video and the catalog, and when I got to the sale. So $12,000. I'm sorry, I don't see why he went for that little. The Sebastian Case sold really, really high in Lexington. They held their own here, but we picked up 2 at a I would say a discounted price. Not discounted because I know they're worth more, discounted because Sebastian Case were bringing more, and I thought these 2 were 2 of the best looking ones in the entire sale. So Sebastian Yu, $12,000. Beach Boutique, if I'm not mistaken, she sold out. This is the full sister to Dancing on My Own, a tremendous looking filly. This is a giant and well put together Some Beach Somewhere filly. Tremendous family, Maltese artisan, artesian in the second dam. Just a really nice horse. Then we ended up with the Trixton Colt, Rooney Blue Chip, out of a sister to the second dam is a dam of Crazed. Great family again. This is a big, well put together Trixton Colt. You're going to see him soon enough. We have a little over half of him sold. You'll see him soon enough. Rooney Blue Chip. Then we have I'll Play It Alone. This was another Some Beach Somewhere, but this was a colt out of a filly that I got to drive. One of the last very, very nice Ontario sired fillies that I got to drive it, as far as I consider back when the program was a bit stronger, back when they used to have eliminations and finals every second week. This filly, the mother to I'll Play It Alone, was small. She could fly. Took a mark of 154 or 153 as a 2-year-old, 154 I think. But I won 2 or 3 golds with her. Just a tremendous filly. This is her second foal. He's already bigger than her. He's not a giant, but he's a medium-sized colt, but he's already bigger than the mother and well put together. Just quite a bit smaller than Beach Boutique, but nevertheless a well put together, good looking colt. I'll Play It Alone, we gave $14,000 for this guy. Rooney Blue Chip we gave $27,000 for. Sorry, before that. Libero Hanover, Cantab Hall colt. Great video, great pedigree, and looked great on the floor. $11,000. He's pretty well sold out, I think. Joanne, he brought, this was one of my better picks also. Sebastian Yu and Johan were both horses I really liked at the sale. They one brought 12 in Sebastian Yu, and Johan brought $22,000. Then we had Forged in Fire, $23,000. Arctic Force, 19. Pine Creek, 16. And Will Power Fashion, 9. I should have done the math really quick. I know it's less than $200,000. So I think we did a pretty good job here in Harrisburg. Did good. Brought home some good-looking horses, some good-looking pedigrees at a very affordable price. That's my job. Your job is to have a look at them and see if you like any of them. But Harrisburg's all done. That's it. It's all done. And really happy with what took place here over the last 72 hours. A lot of you have already sent messages, emails. I have a million emails to answer on my phone about what horses you want in on or questions on the horses. Happy to answer them all. Happy to get everybody in on the horses and put the sale season. I know we got Ohio, but I think we're all full. We got like 70 babies now. That's going to put the sale season to bed, 2018. And we're going to get to training these babies and get them going. So that's it. That's Harrisburg 2018. Amy and I had a blast. We're watching Shooter on TV. Gonna go to bed, get up, clean up, and head back to Ontario tomorrow. I hope everybody had a great time watching us with our videos and are following us along with our emails. That's my job. My job is to make sure you're informed. Maybe not make sure you're entertained, but make sure you're informed and that you feel as if you're there. That's my job, and hopefully I did it good. So, see you guys soon. There probably won't be an update this week. Jesus, I've given you a million emails. We'll give you an update next week once we get everybody situated and get all the horses broken going. So it's Oh, what am I talking about? It's Wednesday. I'll give you an update this week. You'll get one on Saturday. So tired I am, I don't even know what day it is. So, from Harrisburg, I'm going to call it a night, call it a week, call it a year. I will see you in Ontario soon.